does not agree with it. Okay. So we got another caller. Go ahead and beat the drums. I thought I'd throw that in, but go ahead, call and beat the drums. Turn your television down. Turn it down.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, how come our people, they seem to forget all the time? Remember back in 1968 when the first man there, they sucked the dogs on us and sprayed us with water hose. They make urban terrorists. Now all of a sudden these young folks ain't got no jobs in the summer. What they expect these young folks to do? You know, they always say, peace of mind, urban terrorism, you know, it's a thing, but they creating the problem themselves. So I don't understand why the bourgeois people in the suburbs, then all of a sudden they forget what we all had to go through to accomplish where we are now, and now they want to sit back in the suburbs and call people urban terrorists. It reminds me when Don Cornelius had Soul Train. He went to L.A. He forgot how the ghetto was.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired of our people doing that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You want to come in?
I mean, he's absolutely right. I mean, if you ran from the problem, if you moved out of Chicago and moved to the southern suburbs and western suburbs, then apparently you didn't want to deal with the issues. And so you have no right whatsoever to make these statements on the radio and call in and talk about our children if you don't live here.
I'm going to tell you, the people like that might be part of the Boule.
You might be right.
If people don't know what the Boule is, maybe you can tell them.
The Boule is a secret organization that's not secret anymore, thanks to Brother Steve Coakley,
yes, sir,
who we call the Boule Buster.
Yes, sir.
And it's called the Sigma Pi Psi organization that was founded in 1904. There are 4 fraternities and 4 sororities, but this makes 9.
Wow.
And this is the oldest one in existence, founded by John D. Rockefeller. And the word Boule is a French word which means advisor to the king.
Wow.
So who's the king? And their symbol is a gargoyle with his hands on the urn, and that symbolizes that he's keeping the names in the urn secret.
Okay.
And that's what the symbolization of the Boule is.
Now y'all
they have the names in the urn, and his job is to keep the name secret.
So y'all look up. I know y'all got computers. Go there and look up Boule.
Yes, sir.
Boule.
And Brother Steve they tried to assassinate Steve in my car.
Oh, wow.
And shot the windows out trying to kill Steve.
Sad.
Yes, sir.
Sad. He's a good brother. Good brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the next caller, go ahead and turn your television down and go ahead and beat the drums. Go ahead.
Mr. Davis, where did Charles Butler come from and how did he get that job? Because he's a long way from what the black community thinks. Thank you.
You know, that's a good question where he comes from, because the picture that's on the website of WVON is a picture of him being about 30 years old. But the picture that's him, that's actually him, looks like he's 65 years old.
I thought women didn't like to tell their age.
So the issue with that picture is, why is he allowed to have a picture that looks nothing like him on the website, but in reality, he looks totally different? I mean, it's like that's not even him. And so if you did not know him and looked at that picture on the website, you would be looking for that picture.
I'm not referring to him, but I thought women like to hide their age. Yeah. Men. I'm not referring to him.
No, exactly. I understand.
Okay. Next caller, go ahead and beat the drums. Go ahead. Turn your television down.
Yeah, this comment is for Brother Davis. Brother Davis, the true urban terrorist actually is the Catholic Archdiocese. What I want to know is what's the status of that protest that you all had a few weeks ago in regards to bringing to the attention of how the Catholic Archdiocese has been ignoring the plight of the black man or the black children that they've been raping, and you know, the pedophiles. You were in some type of press conference. Unfortunately, didn't get a lot of coverage, but it did get a little bit. What's the status of that? What's going on with that?
Well, the status on that is that the Archdiocese are giving Brother Aaron, the attorney, a hard time and not trying to settle the cases. And so in the meantime, between time, there have been brothers that have committed suicide in the last year. There have been brothers that need to get medical help, need to get psychological help, and the reason we were out there was there was a sister who's 56 years old who was raped by a priest named Father Vader, and she was raped when she was 9 years old, from 9 till she was 11, and she's dying of terminal cancer.
Yes, sir.
And so we went out on Mother's Day in front of the Archdiocese to say, settle the case. Before she died, she has 2 children. Now, the issue was one of the attorneys told Brother Aaron that they hope that she dies because they would not have to settle the case.
What?
And so Brother Aaron is fighting a fight that I mean, all by himself, and representing over 100 victims in Chicago, black men, not to mention the ones that have not come forward. But Brother Aaron is fighting, and they're trying to say to him that lump all the cases into one rather than individually. So they're making him work at a standard that they're not asking any other attorneys to work at.
Let me ask you something, Brother Harold. Where can people join you in the protest? Because you know what, you're one of the few that's standing up against all them, WVON. Where can they join you? Where?
Well, I mean,
please help.
You can call me at 773-988-5588, and we always looking. We have 150 men that volunteer and work with us. We have men that mentor young people, and we just basically trying to stay focused on what we're doing. And if we come out on a protest, man, we're not coming out to just arbitrarily start something. We're coming out to hold people accountable.
Okay. You got any announcement about any other protests that's going to take place soon, or you don't announce that?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
okay. The enemy's probably watching. But next caller, go ahead and beat the drums. Turn your television down. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just a response to a caller earlier was saying, like, it's bad when one brother is trying to do something, another one stopping. I think it's equally bad when you have a president like a person like Tiger Woods who don't know who they are. The first situation is just motivation. It's sad when you black and don't, respond to that.
You got a question, my brother? No question. Okay, no question.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, Tiger, he said he was cabbling Asian. He said he was Caucasian, Asian, black, and something else.
I thought he was talking about Obama. Okay.
I understand.
Okay. Next caller, go ahead and beat the drums. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, Mr. Davis, I know you have knowledge that most people in Chicago don't have because you're very bright. Can you tell us what is up with Carruthers? Was he stupid enough to wear a wire and let himself be caught on the wire? Or did they force him to wear a wire?
That might be agent, man. But go ahead.
I don't know what Brother Carruthers did and how he did it. I mean, only he knows that, and I'm sure those dynamics will work their way out in court. So, I'm not sure how, I respect Brother Carruthers, so I don't know.
I could have done a better
I just find it kind of strange that black people are putting on wires. Omar Sharif put on one, Jesse Jr. wore one for 10 years, and now Brother Carruthers. So I don't understand, what that's all about.
Yeah.
I really don't.
So they've been informants for years.
Well, Jesse Jr., 10 years. He said he wasn't an informer, he was an informant. So whatever that means, I don't know. But for 10 years, he said that's what he did.
Okay. Next caller, go ahead and beat the drums.
Yes, I'm in the South Chicago community, and what I wonder about is how to change the laws as far as vending for young people, since they say that they can't find jobs. You can't go out there and sell cigarettes and different things like that. So
you can go in there and put pop.
They turn to drugs because that's the easiest business that they can enter into. And I'm wondering, I know about the alderman, what he's supposed to do and all that. What can we do to create a vending situation?
Got you. We're running short on time. Okay.
Well, I used to have a vending company, and that's very lucrative to put young people to work. I had like 6 young people working, and basically, this brother is right. I mean, you in South Chicago, you should go up and down all those businesses and find out what businesses are there, particularly that Comer youth center they got. You can go in there and put about 10 pop machines in there. I mean, and that would generate income and jobs for young people. But I'm willing to bet you that a company that's in there has nothing to do with our community.
Okay.